Yeah, hey, podcast coming up. Yeah, I was just setting up, trying to share the live. Hello, fingers up. You welcome. I was trying to share the live to everyone. You welcome to today's podcast show. Yes, exactly. And we're gonna be talking about this man. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Daniela's podcast show today. And today we're gonna be having a very interesting conversation. It's not going to just be only me talking and it's going to be also engaging in the comment section as well. So if you're in the comment section, please, I need your engagement as well. So we officially starting. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, respective of your region. From my own region, which is Nigeria, streaming from Nigeria. Um, Good evening, everyone. And we're streaming on the both platform, which we're live on YouTube channel and also live on Live Way. So for you to follow us on YouTube channels, you go to your YouTube search button, D _ blunt reality. Do want to share the live or welcome each and every one of you do want to share the live while we tag along on what we're going to be discussing today. I'm just going to be stealing 1 hour, 30 minutes of each and every one of time. And we're going to be having a very, very good one. I don't know where my camera stand is for. Okay, it is good. Okay. And today, shout out to the friends out there. Shout out to our fans out there. Hey, I see you, some Tomox. You're welcome to the podcast show today. We're streaming live on Live Me from the YouTube end, and then on Live Me, we're streaming live on um, on YouTube channel. So whatever you're going to be saying, I'm going to be saying what is on the YouTube channel too. I'm also going to be engaging the fans at the YouTube channel and also engage the fans on the comment section on Live Me. So today we're going to be talking about emotional availability, the bare minimum we keep romanticism, like the bare minimum that keep romance together. So we're going to be sharing highlights about it a whole lot, and I'll be engaging the comment section. I'll also be answering some questions from the comment section, but I'm not left out actually. I'm also going to be answering some questions too, and knowing how it's going to be. I love each and every one of you. So stay tuned. Please share the broadcast, share to your friends, drop some star points to boost the flame for the podcast show. To those in the on live me and please drop some star points, share the live, feed the beer, things that's going to boost the flame because you never can tell who is out there that needs to hear whatever we're gonna be discussing today. Somebody out there needs to know what we're discussing today. And you don't know who the person is going to be. Who are you going to be impacting something good in their life, something positive in their life, something they've been struggling for all through, but they don't have the right platform to hear that particular thing or air their views or air their opinions. So we're here live on the Daniela's podcast show. So today we're going to be talking about our theme for today is emotional availability is something mass. I can't hear you well. Oh, you can't hear me well over here in YouTube. Let me check on my mic session. Let me check my mic session. My mic session is good. My mic is good. Check again. Can you hear me now? Okay. Hi to you, Somto Max. I see you. You're welcome. Hi to you too. Welcome you too. But you can hear me, right? You can hear me very well. All right. I'm trying to fix my both phone camera. I don't know. Oh, thank you. Our first time subscribers on YouTube. Thank you so much for subscribing to our page. We believe we're going to be enjoying every bit of it as time goes on. We believe we're going to be enjoying every bit of it. So, hey, my phone stand is just messing up. Let me leave it this way. So let's go. Let's kick it up. Let's kick it up to emotional availability, the bare minimum we keep romance that keep romance together. So let's hit it up. think I'm going to change this position. Okay, I guess this is perfect rather than stressing. Okay, so are you going now? I'm not going. We're going to start off what we're going to be talking about today. So we're going to be talking about emotional availability. Emotional availability. And the word is said, people are celebrating basic decency. Like it's premium love, replying text messages, listening, and also being present, which we all know that, not disappearing emotions. But do you know that that thing is not romance? All these things I mentioned are not romance. That is readiness. When you see somebody replying text message, listening to you, being present, not disappearing emotionally, it isn't romance. It is the readiness of that person to be in that relationship. So this episode forces a reality check on positions, a little check on positions as you voice your clarity and no comfort. Said hi, hello, Somtom Mox. Please share the live while we're going on. And those in the on live me, please do share the live too as we keep up with the podcast show. Just like that. Drop some star point, please, guys. So, emotional availability. Pin my message. I'm still learning how to pin message. Somtom Mox. I'm still learning how to pin messages. I don't know how to do that. I'm going to still learn it because this is the second time we're coming live on YouTube. So I'm still learning it. I'm still learning it though. So if you want to join me on live me, my ID number is 102375965. Okay. Okay. So no problem. Thank you for understanding. So emotional availability is not about words, it's about access. Many people want love but are emotionally under constructions. We are rewarding potentials instead of partners and paying for it emotionally. This is how the thing is. So, and today's conversation isn't about love languages, butterflies, or grand gestures. No, it is about something quiet and far more important. So this is something one is not going to skip, and it's something that is very far more. Okay, thanks. I'll be on your live every time. We really appreciate that for you to be on our live every time, where we talk about educational conversation, social culture, background, motivation, and in both in spiritual way and also in educational way. So that is what Daniela Blunt D underscore Blunt reality is about. And on live me is Daniela podcast show. That is what we're always about. So we live in a time where emotional availability is praised like a rare gift, when in reality, being present, listening without defensiveness, showing up emotionally, not just physically. Okay. Yet many people are in relationship where they feel heard but not understood, choosing but not prioritized, loved but still lonely. So tonight we'll be asking the uncomfortable questions. Are we romanticizing emotional availability because it's scarce? Or is emotional availability one of those terms everyone uses? Like related to podcast pastor? I'm not a pastor. I'm not a pastor, please. Subtle marks, thank you. I'm not a pastor. But very few people actually understand what emotional availability is. And what is it about? We say we want it, we complain when we don't get it, and yet many people and yet many of us are walking around emotionally shut down, guided by past experience, distractions, and unhealed wounds. So tonight we're going to be doing a whole lot of digging to know, is it actually right? Is it actually Are people really lacking these things in one extent, or there is more to this emotional availability? Because most people want it. You want it. Are you ready for it? Are you emotionally backed up for it? Because we want somebody to prioritize us, we want somebody to be there for us, but physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. But can you stand what it is in it? So, we're going to be going to for if you have ever felt emotionally alone while being in a relationship, or if you have been told you are hard to reach, this conversation is for you. Stay with us. Stay with us. This conversation is for you. Thank you so much, Trippy. I thank you for the star point. I really appreciate you. So this is one might challenge how you show up in love and know exactly what to look for and what to stop tolerating. So while looking at emotional stability, availability, we need to know what we want. We need to know what we're looking for, and we need to know what we should stop tolerating, even in relationship. So stay tuned, guys. We're still live on Live Me as Daniela. The ID number on Live Me is 10237596 5. For those in the YouTube channel, if you want to come by on Live Me, come search for the ID number 10237596 5. And those on Live Me want to stop by on the YouTube channel because we are live on both ends is D capital letter or small letter D underscore blunt reality. So that is it all. So we're going to be moving on three segments of this emotional availability today. And the first one is emotional availability isn't about showing up physically or saying the right words. It's about being present emotionally, even when it is uncomfortable. It is letting your guard down and truly connecting. So let's discuss about this. Are we actually right that most people are really very good with words? They will say this, they will say this, say things, make you feel good, make you fall in love with them. See, the fact there is emotional availability is not about using the right choice of words. It's not about using the right choice of words. It's not about you knowing how to speak grammatically excellent. It's not about it. It's about you being present in an emotionally, and also present when it feels uncomfortable, just like checking up on your partner. You know you're busy and you want to just check up on them and make them feel seen, make them feel known, make them feel relaxed, make them feel they are still connected with you. There's nothing different, there's no change. Hello, Granton, you're welcome to this podcast show. So that's about the first segment, which we're talking about emotional availability isn't about showing up physically or saying the right word. So, most people be like, I've been in a relationship, but I am not seen and I'm not heard. I am loved, but I am lonely. So, when we ask these people this question, what makes them feel this particular way? What are the things in check that make them feel this particular way? A woman's perspective might come differently. A man's perspective will also come differently. Both genders having different perspective of how they see emotional availability. But you know that somebody can love you, somebody can have feelings for you, but the person is not emotionally ready for an extra availability and commitment. So you need to check all these things in line. Know the red flags you're seeing at an early stage. An early stage of red flag is not something you totally ignore. It is something you need to look into. It is something you need to communicate openly. It is something you don't need to just ignore totally. You need to say your feelings out so that you'll be heard. If you say your feelings out at the beginning of the early stage of a relationship and you're not being heard, are you really 100% sure at the long run of the relationship when you want to share your opinion, say what is in your heart, let everything out if you're going to be heard? These are things we need to be asking ourselves. So we'll go to the question we're going to be asking for today. And the thing is, have you ever felt emotionally alone in a relationship while still being with someone? And while still being with someone? Hmm. Most people will be like, I have actually felt emotionally alone in a relationship while I was still being with someone. How? Communication dropped, or some certain things dropped, or the love of how you see it when it started, how it was blooming, how it was blossoming, is not the way it is anymore again. Shout out to you on YouTube channel. Thank you for the subscribe, and let's stay tuned again where the podcast is going on. So now I need you guys to tell me, what's your own opinion? Have you ever felt emotionally alone in a relationship? Why being with someone? And shout out to you, Triple J. Hello, Neila. How are you doing? Welcome to the podcast. And for me, I have realized that even small moments of emotions, I've realized that even small moments of emotional disconnect, like someone blushing off your feelings, can pile up and create distance. That is why emotional availability matters so much. For instance, for some women now, you can be available for this woman. You gave her this gesture of always talking to her. You started this communication in a high level, and it has been increasing. Like you talk maybe in a day, you talk about 4 or 5 times in a day, and this is the hand you started with her, and she built up, or the man built up, and the man gets used to that particular hand which you started with. And along the line, in less than 1 month of your relationship, and then the communication skills between the both of you, or the communication between the both of you dropped, minimized to two. Emotional availability is reducing. Okay? And the next thing, it's minimized to one, without proper communication that, oh, for this period of time, I'm going to be busy. For this period of time, I won't be always be available 24 hours, or let's say 15 hours I give to you to talk on the phone. For this period of time, understand the fact that this is going to be happening. Easy communication. So most people felt alone a relationship while still being with someone, because of the reason that they are not really close, and they aren't really there emotionally to even listen to them, to even know how the day went, what is happening in their life. Sometimes when you feel so comfortable with someone, you try to share everything with that person, everything that caused you pain, everything you passed through in the day, all the obstacles you passed through in the day. You want to share everything with that person because you feel comfortable talking to this person. So along the line, someone you feel comfortable talking to, and later on the person is no longer available there again to listen to you. You start begging for attention, even to call the person and have a long conversation with the person for 1 minute. It's going to be hard. And this I'm not just going to be talking about as a woman, just on the male side. It's in on both genders. There are some genders like female gender and male genders. You're attracted to this person. You give your all communication to this person. You're communicating perfectly well with this person. A day, 2 days, you're always talking 3 hours, 4 hours, 16 hours, sleep on the phone. And so some ladies, the moment they see somebody else that they're attracted to again, the communication they had with that first person is going to diminish, is going to reduce. At the moment it reduces, the other person is going to be affected. Meanwhile, the next person is going to be like, oh, this guy is giving me attention and everything. Another person is suffering. And when the attention is being divided, and some people will say, I reduce my communication with this person because I want to know if what I felt for that person is actually real. What I have in check in my heart is actually real. I know the case of some people do that. Some people do a withdrawal of communication to see if they are actually the person putting all their all in the relationship. And when they eventually find out that they're actually the person putting all their all in relationship, they break down. But I'm going to tell you, when you're in that situation, do not break down. It is a check-in for you, because the breakdown you're experiencing at the early stage might not be the level of breakdown you're going to experience at the let me say at the middle stage of the relationship. So it's best for you to just gather yourself and evacuate and know that yes, you are not being prioritized like the way your readiness to be in that relationship. So I would like to know if anybody in the comment section has experienced loneliness while they are in a relationship, if they've experienced this emotional emotionally being alone. But I check and check. I have someone here in the YouTube channel and said I've experienced it. Why done? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I know a lot of people have experienced it, not just in the female aspect, both the male and the female genders have both experienced such kind of thing, have both experienced it, but it might be in a different way. But we're going to be touching the three vital ways where people actually feel this emotional absence of their partner in their life. So we're going to be going to the second segment of today's podcast show and today's live streaming on YouTube. So shout out to those on Live Me, shout out to you guys on Live Me, shout out to Triple IDJ. I see you, sir. Welcome to the podcast, and I appreciate your star point and everything. Shout out to the friends over here on YouTube channel. Some to Mox, thank you so much for being here, and shout out to each and every one of you. And shout out to my fans out there. Shout out to my subscribers on YouTube channels, and to those on YouTube channel to subscribe. If you want to join me on Live Me, you go to search for 10237595, and those on Live Me. To see me on YouTube channel, check what we had just discussed or tag along with what is happening. Search for D. It was D. It could be the capital letter D or the small letter D underscore blunt reality. That is me on YouTube channel. That's our YouTube channel. So let's go to the second part of the face of the podcast and what we're discussing about. And the second part is that a lot of people confuse emotional unavailability with being independent or strong. Sometimes it is not a choice. Sometimes it's not a choice. It is a defense mechanism from past hurt, recognizing these changes, how how we respond in relationship. Yeah, this particular place is always talking about our emotional unavailability. Most people feel being emotionally unavailable is being independent, being not so forward, being in check. Understand? Keeping your heart in check. But most of the experiences are what is guiding this emotional unavailability. One, the person's past experience. Two, when the person is not healed from whatever experiences they've had for the previous time, their previous relationship, previous connection with people, previous activities they had with people could really affect one's unavailability emotionally. Could really be the cause of one being unavailable emotionally. So, and there, the question for this one is, do you think emotional unavailability is always a choice, or is it often a defensive mechanism? Emotional unavailability is always a defensive mechanism. But most people enter into this defensive mechanism unknowing to them that they don't even know that they are into it already. They just, because of their heart, their emotions are still in the previous one. And they in that previous one, the recent relationship they are in, they are always on a comparison. And the moment you're having this comparison, you feel not the zeal of not even talking to your partner or sharing anything with him or her. You feel the need because of what you experience. You had to build up yourself to get attached to a particular thing doing. Maybe you get attached or so grossed in working. Hello, King Girls. Hello, Manny. You're welcome to the podcast show. And You feel so gross in your previous relationship. You feel so gross in your previous relationship, like engrossed in it, like the pains, the trials, and everything. For you to come out of it is going to be so hard. And unknowing to you, you don't even know that you're already affecting your partner emotionally. You are not available to him or her emotionally because you're still grounded in what is going on around your life. So, and the question is, do you think emotional unavailability is always a choice or is it often a defensive mechanism? And yes, personally, I think it's a mix. Some people guide their emotions to protect themselves, while others might not even realize they are shutting down. The tricky part is knowing which is which. Not even the tricky part. That's really the tricky part of it because sometimes you don't even realize yourself that oh actually I might be shutting down on the real people around me. Hello, mommy. Thank you for the light. I might be shutting down with the real genders around me, the real ones genuinely that love me emotionally because you're still engrossed in your past. And the moment you now open the door and then you end up getting the wrong one, why not just let yourself free yourself when you want to heal? Many people say, how can you heal? You can heal with different processes. Like the previous podcast we had, we talked about surviving from healing. Survivor is different and healing is different. Healing cannot just take place just alone, you personally healing alone. Healing alone can be a 40%, but healing needs an other extra hand into it. When I talk about other extra hand, it could be your friends, it could be your pair, it could be your a next relationship, or it could be somebody, your best friend, your family could actually help you to heal truly from a previous pain or previous cures or previous misunderstanding or previous uh, um failed relationship, failed marriage you've experienced or you've come encounter. So yes, most people being defensive while being before they become emotionally available to one. So, but if you are in that category, being defensive before you become emotionally attached to somebody, please, I would advise you kindly, kindly, please make yourself available. Give it a chance. If it's failed, if it doesn't work out, pick up the dust and move on. Pick up your dust and move on. And do not drown yourself in a failed circumstances you pass through or something, in a failed achievement or in a failed wishes you wished for or in a failed relationship or marriage. Do not gross yourself so much in it. To those in Live Me, I welcome each and every one of you on Live Me. Please share the live, drop some star points on us. You're welcome to Daniela's podcast show today. We're talking about emotionally availability, which is a rare and a bare minimum people really skip, but is really important. And to those on Live Me and to those on the YouTube channel, because we're live on Live Me and also live on YouTube channel. Those on Live Me, to get to my YouTube channel is T underscore blunt reality. So those on YouTube, you want to come along on Live Me to have fun on Live Me is 10237595. Catch us over there on Live Me. So let's go to the third particular thing we're going to be talking about emotional unavailability today. And don't forget to share your take in what you've experienced in the comment section. I really appreciate that. If you drop some star points, if you drop your own opinion, what you feel, what you're saying, or tag along with us too. So the third segment of it is we often wait for someone to open up emotionally before we open up, hoping that they will change. But there is a limit. Emotional availability isn't just for person, it is for you. It is for you, your feelings and your needs also deserve attention. I've been in a situation where I see people, their partners are doing something they don't really like. Their partners are not emotionally available. But what happens? They drown in silence without communicating, without letting it out, and hoping in their mind that this person is going to change one day, this person is going to change, this person is going to be this person is going to be this. Be knowing fully well this person's attention towards you have been drawn out, if not completely, but you felt the impact when the person is not available anymore. So, why didn't you communicate? What is keeping you to communicate with that person? Are you scared of communicating out and you're going to be losing the person? Are you scared of when you communicate, the person is going to see you as you're being forward? Are you scared of being communicate, the person is going to see you that okay, this person is actually more in love with me than I'm in love with the person? Are you scared of communicating with this person so the person will tell you your fault? Like, I've actually been waiting for you to tell me this. I didn't love you. I don't do this. I don't do this. You're the one forcing yourself on me. Hi, OG Ray Jeffrey. You're welcome to the podcast show. So, are you scared of communicating your feelings for being rejected, or for being not heard, or for being not seen, or for you to see like, okay, he's not going to see me, he's going to just say, work out from the relationship? Or are you scared of communicating because of heartbreak? So many people have different reasons why they're scared of communicating to their partner when their partner is actually defaulting in some areas in their relationship, which is really important, which is really vital, which is something you like, which is something that increase your connection with this person, irrespective of if this person is close, irrespective of if this person is in a long distance relationship. But you know these are the things you like. Then why do you keep it to yourself? Why don't you communicate? Come out from that nutshell. There are different ways you could communicate with your partner. Most people can be shy of confrontation. It could be easy for you to use the other social media platform which you two communicate frequently on. You can type it. Most people, I've seen a girl said, I type in what I want to say to my boyfriend, explaining how I am, what I'm feeling, but she doesn't know how to express herself very well. And then she went to ChatGPT, what she wrote down, what she wants to give to her partner, send to her partner. Then she told ChatGPT, can you reform this my speech? But this is what I'm trying to communicate. ChatGPT had to do that for her, and she actually copied it, what ChatGPT wrote, the reformed of her statement, the reform of her speech of what she wants to drop to her partner. And she checked it, checking line and everything. She's okay. And then she sent it to the guy. Do you know when she sent that in to the guy was like, wow, that I'm really, really sorry I've been doing that unknowing to me. I don't even know I've been doing that. I've been emotionally out. I'm emotionally unavailable to you. I was in a defensive mode, not just in a defensive mode of my past, but in a defensive mode of what I've been engaging myself in lately, not giving you that time. So there was a proper communication, and she saw that, okay, the communication recovered and they moved on. So if you don't communicate with your partner is not going to know that what they are doing is wrong. They will think that what they're still doing is right. They'll think, okay, anyhow they treat you, you're going to just digest whatever they give out to you. You digest it in. But when you communicate, and more often when you communicate in a proper way. Know when to discuss about this particular issue you want to bring up. Know when not to discuss about it, and communicate politely, not raising your voice, not lifting your voice, not lifting your shoulders up, not like defaulting your partner so much. Just communicate politely and tell him, this is the things you're doing that is really affecting me emotionally. I am emotionally drained. draining emotionally because my thoughts have been going round and round and round in these particular actions of yours. So it's best I communicate with you and for you to know this is it. And I will need a preferred solution for us to work together. These are ways you can communicate for us to work together and try to fix it. I know maybe you're not doing it intentionally, but if you're doing it intentionally, let out your reasons to me. Let me know so I could refrain from this emotional drainness in me and actually know where the fault is coming from or what is wrong or what I did wrong. Do you believe if you communicate with your partner, be it a woman or a man, you communicate such words politely with this person, and this person is not going to respond to you? Anyone you communicate politely, letting out your feelings, letting out your emotion, and you're not being heard and you're not being seen, and he just ditch it and try to turn it over, not to talk about that particular thing. Bet me, believe me, that person is not prioritizing just you alone. The person has somebody else in check. Because a real man, a real woman will not skip a particular conversation except you keep doing it repeatedly without no corrections, and then you tend to push that person in a disappearing mode, and the other person is going to go silent on you for days return, weeks return to day, like days return to weeks, weeks is going to turn to months, and months could turn to a year if not carefully checked in, if not carefully communicated, if not carefully bringing the person back. So let's go to this thing question for today is, at what point should someone stop waiting for emotional availability and then choose themselves? At what point should you stop waiting for emotional availability and then choose yourself, prioritize yourself? I know. So those in the comment section, let's engage in the comment section and drop your words, drop what you have, your opinion concerning this third question. And to those on live me, you can actually watch the after replay of this live stream on my live me account. When you go scroll down, you see the live me replays. You can watch it. And also you can also share your own opinion, and my inbox is actually still counted. So those on YouTube channel, you could engage in the comment section, engage with the likes, engage with the sharing and everything. Share with us your experience. Somebody out there might need to know, might need to hear from you. You might need to change somebody's perspective or how they presume things, or how they see things, or how they analyze things, or how they think about things, or how they dwell so deeply on irrelevant things. Understand? Because most times there are irrelevant things women and male we dwell in. But most people will say your likes and my likes are not the same. Yes, your likes and somebody's likes cannot be the same. Might be similar, similar. Definitely, they might be same in some cases, but some irrelevant things. Some people will say, "Oh, the things you don't count, the things you see as irrelevant is the things I count." That is crap. No, it's not about the things you see as irrelevant is things you see. That thing you see as irrelevant, check it, analyze it. Is it relevant? And the things you see that is irrelevant, that is relevant, check it and analyze it. Are they relevant? That's the thing we're going to ask ourselves. It's not about saying what you feel is might not be what I feel. What how you see it is might, yes, you say what you like might not be what I like. How you see what I react to might not be what you react to. Exactly. Yes. What you react to might not be what somebody else react to. But the same thing you're going to check in line. The things you are reacting to, make sure you're reacting to things that are relevant, not reacting to things that are irrelevant. Because both in girls and in men, you need to check that and put that in line. You might see it in your perspective is relevant, but when you critically analyze it, it might be irrelevant. It might be something that's irrelevant. And then you're dwelling with it. And at the long run, if you don't correct that thing, you tend to lose that person that is good, and that person that is kind to you, and that person that was being sincere to you, and that person that loves you genuinely, because you were dwelling so well on irrelevant things and counting it and tagging it to be relevant. But most people need to check in things. Calm down, think about something, calm down, reason, ponder about it. Am I overreacting to these things? Or yes, is it the things that matters to me? Most times we women, we like this, we like this, we like this, we love this, men love this and love this and love this. You love somebody that treats you, you want somebody that will be there for you want somebody that will love you, you want somebody that will care for you. But are you emotionally available for that person? That's another thing. Are you really emotionally available for that person? Or is there something more? Is there something you need to work on? Is there something you need to work on yourself? Is there something you need to fix in yourself before you start moving to somebody else? So let's go to the third question I really asked, and my own opinion on that question is, at what point should someone stop waiting for emotional availability and choose themselves? Okay. My own answer for my experiences, the moment you consistently feel unseen or unheard, it is time to evaluate if this relationship is serving you or not. And choosing yourself isn't selfish intentions, it is self preservation. The moment you see yourself, you're not being seen, you're not being heard, you letting out your feelings, you're letting out what you feel. Most times it could be irrelevant, but if your partner is someone that analyze things calmly, he or she might put you back in track. Oh, babe, you're actually saying this thing. These things you've been talking about is irrelevant. But when you are explaining to them, explain to them in a way that they are going to understand. Not for them to start raising up their voices, because there's something for you to tell somebody this thing you're talking about is irrelevant, and the person will be like, what I feel is irrelevant, and it might escalate. But there's a proper way for you to communicate with the person. Make the person understand that, babe, this actually thing you're talking about is not something you need to think about. Look at the reason why you need to do it like this. Look at the reason why I did it. Explain to the person calmly. And the person might end up saying that, oh, actually, what he was checking was irrelevant. Most of the examples of irrelevant things, if you see a guy will be like, I love a girl that is calm, nice, tall, busty, beautiful, looking good. These are things he likes. In check. These are the things he likes. But when it comes closer to someone that has same personalities, and he starts seeing a different aspect, that a more thing he needs to like, that those things he was liking was irrelevant. And then that is what is going to lead the person in comparison in such cases like this. And then you see the person, if he or she has somebody else, and the person will be like, this person is not tall, this person is short, this person is average, this person has wisdom, this person is not beautiful, but this person. So most times when you ask yourself, you see a handsome man going for a partial pretty lady, I be like, what's so special in this girl? And he will come out and tell you, there is something I saw that was counting as relevant, but it was irrelevant. And he or she made me see the reason, the relevant thing I should put in check. The relevant things I should have been checking, not those things that I felt was relevant to me. But coming across to this person and meeting this person has changed a whole perspective of what I've been seeing in the later days, of what I've been having in my mind in the later days. So that's for Daniela Podcast Show. I actually welcome each and every one of you to Daniela's Podcast Show. We always have this podcast live on Live Me and also live on YouTube channel at the same time. 8:30 p.m. Nigerian time, Sundays and Thursdays. On Sunday, we talk about personal informations like relationship, we talk about culture, we talk about backgrounds. We talk about how to improve ourselves, both in career wise and a household, how to be a better woman, how to be a better man, how to treat people nicely. So while on Thursday we talk about everything concerning social media at large. We could talk about how to handle your social media, how to prioritize yourself, how to balance your work life and your personal life. We could also talk about what is engaging, what is trending on social media. We can also talk about so many things partaking on social media. That's what we do on Thursdays. Every Thursdays, 8:30 p.m. While on Sunday, we talk about personal stuffs. So you want to catch us live on YouTube? Our YouTube channel's page is D_blunt reality. I would love you to subscribe. Come to my channel, come to my page, click on the subscribe button, share the live. I love each and every one of you on YouTube. We're live on YouTube at the same time, live on Live Me at the same time, trying to kick up the two at the same time. Very soon, we're going to be going live on Global Show on Live Me. We're gonna be going live on Live Me on the Global Show soonest, expanding ourselves, not just limiting ourselves that much. But I cannot achieve all these things without you guys that are my fans, because you're my number one. With you guys, I'm gonna go far. Without you guys, man, it's gonna be boring to me too. But I still love my fans out there. I still love my friends out there. Still check out on the replay on Live Me, and you can still check out on the live stream we just ended on YouTube channel. Like and engage in the comment section. And our closing remarks for it is a shout out to Manny, shout out to Triple I on Live Me, those that came out to support in the Star Point and also the flames of feeding and engaging in the comment section. And shout out on our YouTube. Shout out to Somtom Mox. Shout out to ID number. I don't really know your number. Shout out to each and every one of you out there. Arabic name. Shout out to all of you. I really love and I have a cherishable moment with you guys on this podcast talking about emotional availability. And so that is for emotional availability in nutshell. Showing up for yourself and your partner, recognizing the signs of disconnect, and making intentional choices. I want to hear from you, your experience on YouTube, your frustrations, and even your victories. How do you overcome all these challenges if you have been into it before? If you've experienced it, how do you come up from it? How do you pull yourself through? How were you victorious? And along the line, you and your partner bonded strongly more than the previous, more than when you guys were having issues and everything. So I want to hear from the comment section, and also remember that the most powerful lesson comes from looking inward, looking inside ourselves first. When we look inside ourselves first, that is where the most and the powerful lesson comes in. Learning within yourself, knowing the vital things that yes, you need to fix and you need to work on. And the next one is making the step and seeking for help. One may know that they have bad character. One may know that they always speak rudely, but they don't know how to control it. And it's okay for you to ask for help. You can ask for help from your partner. You can ask for help from your sisters, your siblings, your mom, your dad, your pastor, or you can seek a therapist. Asking for help to fix yourself doesn't make you look down on yourself or anything. It doesn't make you make your other person that is involved in it look less of you or make you look less of yourself. No, you're trying to build yourself to be better than what you are yesterday, and you are acknowledging and you're being accountable of your own actions, of your own defaults, of your own flaws, accepting that yes, I made a mistake is a very big step. Recognizing it and being accountable of it is a very big step. And working towards it, not to continue dwelling in that such behavior or such character, is another bold step. And when you advance from it, is a credit to yourself that yes, you've come out of it and you proudly know that you're a better person. So catch you all next time again on the podcast show. I love each and every one of you. See you again. You could catch me on my normal live streaming on Live Me, and my Live Me ID is 10237595 on Dials and Live on YouTube channel. You could search for me on Live Me and you see me. I love each and every one of you. Bye, guys.